Hello and welcome back. We've missed you so much. For you, it's only been, I think it should have only been a week. For us, it's been some time. So, we're going to jump right into it. We're going to jump into meeting our players. So let's do that, shall we?
Hi, I am here playing Elosai today. I am Syranas, a humble mod in this lovely community, and I'm ready to meet another Fae.
What's up, everybody? It's me, Edge, the Nomad, or Edge Survival, known on certain platforms. Yeah, I'm playing Kenshin, and yeah, I'm excited to get back into it.
Hello, everybody. I am the Azure Butterfly, or Azure for short, or simply Rachel. I'm the production coordinator here on the Rolling Nomads. I'm also a variety streamer on Twitch. You can find me at the Azure Butterfly on all the social medias. And this time zone, I am playing Zahratra, the reborn Khenra of Amonkhet, of the green and black variety.
Indeed, these are our players. As you can see, Qztyl is not with us, but we will miss them very much. And I'm sure that will have no bearing on what is to come. So, without further ado, let's jump into today's episode of The Ignited. And we begin each session, as we always do, with a recap. Zahratra, if you would kindly.
Of course. On the last episode of The Ignited, we had made a journey from Saddlebrush towards Rustwood alongside our new patron, Rakdos. As he flew above us, conversations were had, and I believe a name for our group was also put together, the Basilisks. Along the journey, we had come across and attuned to a ley line of mana. And some of us, including Zahratra and Kenshin, tested out the capabilities of what that meant and what it could mean in the future. Qztyl and Elosai choosing to reserve that mana for another time. Once we arrived in Rustwood, we got to meet and be introduced to several members of Oko's gang, having drinks and speaking with the likes of Giza, Geralf, and Kellen. All the while, Qztyl and Kenshin overheard our gang boss, Oko, speaking to the proprietor of their establishment, discovering that they may be of some sort of demonic origin. The session then ending when Oko came out from the back rooms to address his posse.
Indeed, and in this moment, as Oko emerges from the back room to address his posse, Qztyl phases out of existence. And I will need everyone to give me a wisdom saving throw.
I have advantage on wisdom saving throws.
15.
15? Kenshin?
Oh. I rolled a natural 2, but since I have advantage, I rolled an 18. Plus 3 is 21.
Excellent. So, Zahratra and Kenshin, you remember your companion Qztyl. You remember that they were just here now, they were just here, and now they are gone. Elosai, your memories of Qztyl and their time with you has been erased. They were never there, they never existed.
Did you Zahratra is going to lean in so that, hopefully only Kenshin and Elosai could see it. Did you see what happened to Qztyl? Is that what had happened before?
Who?
Qztyl.
I'm currently behind the bar, but I will say, yeah. That is.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Insight check on Elosai. I want Zahratra would like to see if he's being honest about that.
I won't even ask for a roll, Elosai. I won't even ask for a roll, Zahratra. You can already tell. You guys have had experience with this at this point, where one or more of you have phased in and out of existence. That this is understandable at this point. You know not what's happening here, but you know that this has happened before. And Elosai, for that matter, when they bring up Qztyl, this person you don't know, it's a shock, but it's not a terrible, world-shattering thing. This has happened before. Qztyl was not present whenever you first had all gathered. And these memories come and go. It's not outside of your reach to just accept that this person existed and now it does not. And now you don't remember them. Please continue.
I'm pouring shots. I'm also pouring a shot for Oko as well.
So, this Qztyl was a part of our group and now disappeared.
Correct. Just what did it look like to us? They just literally just phased.
Dissipating. Like they just turned
like mist.
Kind of like mist, yeah. Almost just, just being erased. It's not the end game snap or anything like that. It's just a slow phase out.
They were there, and I'm going to point to where Qztyl was sitting. And then they were not. Apparently this has happened before, because I did not remember our first introduction to them.
The boss is here.
You three.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
New blood. Come here, let's get acquainted.
Coming along.
Understood.
Yeah. 4 shots with me.
You all approach. Oko, as previously described, is a fae. Very pale, and wears what looks like just leather trousers or some sort of what looks like just sort of hide as well. His chest is exposed, except for 2 large sort of pauldrons made of feathers that look like blue in color, and a bandolier that reaches across his chest that holds a dagger. Other than that, his chest is exposed, his arms as well, save for various bracelets and accoutrements. He wears a hat that looks like it has thorns along the edge and the brim. Blue paint covers from the nose up, sort of fading into a darker color scheme. And he stands with hands on his hips as you all approach. Kenshin, you bring him shots?
Yeah. I hand a shot to all of us.
Oh, does that mean that our constitution from the previous session would still be in effect?
Correct.
Because I had drained mine last session.
Correct.
There you go.
It is a pleasure to meet you.
He takes the shot and doesn't wait for like a cheers or anything like that, Kenshin. The moment it touches his fingers, it's down the hatch.
Oh, okay.
I follow suit.
Yeah, Zahratra will too.
I throw the shot behind me.
Understood.
Subtly.
You said that you had drained yours, Zahratra. I will need a Constitution saving throw from you, please. As a reminder, for your drunkenness, you may have a number of shots or strong drinks equal to your Constitution modifier before you begin needing to make Constitution saving throws. Zahratra, 4?
Total. I'd rolled a 2 plus 2.
Already starting to hit. Already starting to feel a little more loose. Sets the glass on the counter. Hands return to his hips, and he looks at all of you and says, "Now where did Rakdos find all of you?"
In the desert.
Yeah.
We were along for a journey, and then he picked us up. Gave us purpose, the master did.
Gave you purpose.
Oh,
Is that strange?
Yeah, you could say that. But we're not going to get into that too much. Your purpose isn't for him to decide. Lured you away with tales of glory and making your own way, did he?
it was more us not dying.
Yeah. The only, approaches you kind of fall in line.
Self-preservation can be a hell of a motivator. Names.
Something like
Names.
those. I am Zahratra. Simply Zahratra.
I am called Elosai.
Me, Kenshin.
It's a pleasure to meet you all. The leader of this here gang. You can call me Oko. I'm sure my reputation precedes me.
Yes.
Sure.
You all seem nervous.
Oh, it's just large Onis and grave robbers. Not my usual types, I guess.
I would call it more cautious than nervous in my case. I cannot speak for my companions.
What is your typical posse then, if yokai and oni and fae aren't your usual cup of tea?
Well, Faye for me, absolutely, is my normal posse.
I originally hail from Amonkhet, so the gods, the angels, and others like myself.
And the god pharaoh himself, what I've heard.
I've never had the pleasure.
Pleasure. What about you, friend? What kind of company do you keep?
I'm usually by myself, a loner of sorts. But I feel like I kind of owe it to them. They kind of saved my life, so.
As I said, self-preservation can be a hell of a motivator.
It is something new to me, but I am finding it, yes.
What can we make of all of you? There's a lot going on at Thunder Junction nowadays. Now, 3 new members would normally be a boon. However, with how things have been playing out in Prosperity, just wonder how long it's going to be before those silver-clad bastards decide to really kick up their hunt. Where they really start to send agents in and start to weed us out. Are you a boon or are you a curse? Are you new members or are you spies?
So this is a question of loyalty.
New members, absolutely. We were in the clank over in Prosperity, and we got out. So, fuck them.
Well,
They might take a little time because I think the entire prison was released.
And yet you 3 are the only ones that somehow made their way here.
I feel like you have something in mind. I'm one for tests, and I sense that there is one coming from you.
Well, from what I can gather already, it doesn't seem like there's any real hierarchy among you, so if you're agents, you're poor ones at that. Keep talking over one another. So there's no leader amongst you. So that's a good start. But yeah, you'll be tested.
Only fair. Especially with all that's going on here.
I mean, Rakdos could speak for us, I'm pretty sure.
Rakdos can speak for a lot, but I don't take the words of demons at face value.
Well, yeah.
Even if they are part of my posse. It's just kind of in their nature. Something I extremely well understand.
We brought back the lady's undead.
You did. You did.
And we stayed alive against the what's his name? Umazawa.
Glances over to Toshio. Yeah. Lucky. Convenient. Whole lot of words for what you've accomplished thus far. Forgive me, I'm a bit on edge. When you run this kind of racket, you learn not to be so trusting. My own kid had a hard time proving himself.
You putting family into this?
Oh, I didn't bring him into this. He found me. He's been loyal ever since. He kind of looks over, and he looks over at Kellen.
That's your son?
Apparently so.
Wow. He seems a little bit
Congratulations.
Between you and I, I'm not sure if congratulations are in order yet. We're still working out if he's cut out for this. I'd like him to be. But everyone has their limits.
Just out of curiosity, storyteller, is Rakdos anywhere in view right now?
Negative. He is
Okay.
outside. As previously discussed, he can shrink down to a sort of more manageable size. But last we left, he and I believe Toshiro Umezawa had left the building. Now you have essentially a stranger, Kellen, Gisa, and Geralf that are all in the building thus far.
Is Geralt still giving me the
Question.
weird eye?
He's begun writing and sort of scratching down some notes on some parchment papers.
Question. With Qztyl, with me forgetting Qztyl, does actually no Rakdos and that happened? Okay, I was gonna ask if I forgot about the Vanguard too, but no. Other people.
No, so
were involved.
the way this will break a bit from this, but from mechanically explanation, you'll remember most of all the memories that you've had. So if any key moments happen with Qztyl where they explain what the Vanguard was, that still will have happened to you, but someone else will have said it in your mind. Someone else in this time that you have will have spoken to you about it. Maybe it was Rakdos, maybe it was Ral, but your brain is essentially rationalizing who told you that, is the best I can explain it. Or in this timeline, someone else told you to it.
Okay.
Is Lil Bones here?
Tiny Bones is still there.
Okay.
He's lingering nearby, kind of keeping an eye on you guys.
I wonder if he remembers Qztyl. He's part of the group now.
Oko looks at all of you and says, "But if we're gonna test you, it's only fair that we play to your strengths, give you a fighting chance. So talk to me. How long have you all been together? Have you learned to work as a team? Any cool combination moves that you guys can kick off? Anything interesting that you can do together? What are your specialities?"
To be honest, we kind of only known each other for about 4 or 5 days.
Correct, under a week, but we have come quite a long way for a crop of this size.
That's true.
Well, no cohesion, no leadership. We're off to a great start. Let's go one by one then. Let's start with, and we'll make it easy so you guys aren't clamoring to get a spotlight. Let's start with you. Looks to you, Elosai. What's in your repertoire? What you got in your bag of tricks?
I'm fairly good at tracking. Got some tricks from my previous life. I got a little bit of magic here and there. And I'm also Fae. Got some of those tricks there too.
Fellow Fae. What kind?
I was Aoshi, and I switch faces to another random cowpoke that I've seen. I'm Changeling now.
Changelings are useful. Changelings are real useful. He moves his hands from his hips to cross over his arms. And then quickly thumbs the dagger out of the bandolier and places it under your chin. How long you been a changeling?
4 or 5 days.
4 or 5 days? You wouldn't be lying to little old me now, would you?
I
I
would
don't know
not.
if you've, know where you come from. I don't know. You know the history with changelings and planeswalkers. There was a war with your kind not too long ago. One that almost took a good chunk of me. So let me ask you again, how long have you been a changeling?
4 or 5 days.
Persuasion roll, please.
Yeah, absolutely. Boop. Wow. I rolled a natural 6. That's a 13.
He digs it into your chin a little more, Elosai. Says, I guess we'll see. I guess we'll keep an eye on you. Yeah, I'll keep a very close eye on you. Smiles and pulls the dagger away and then points to you with his Zahratra. What about you, Amonkhet? What's your speciality?
From childhood, I was raised into a warrior of some skill. I passed all the trials up to the trial of zeal, and then I met my end at the blade of my twin, and then I am here. I now have some sort of magical capabilities. I think I do not fully comprehend them just yet, but my skill with the blade is quite good. And as you could have guessed, I am a form of undead. As to what exactly, I do not quite know.
He flicks the dagger and cuts your arm a bit, Zahratra. There's a loose, rather a slow bit of blood that begins to flow. It's not nearly as much as it should. Takes the dagger, sort of sniffs at the little droplets that were left behind. How interesting, dead thing.
Can you tell what I am?
Oh, yeah. Never
A little
met
enlightenment would be
a reborn.
a reborn. That is. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's not a type of phrase I would be.
No, you the only undead that you know of come from your home, Zahratra, and that's those that are afflicted with the curse of wandering, those that wander the desert. Even the ones that are inside the Hekma, the anointed, are technically under the curse of wandering. They're just kept docile with the Cartouche of Servitude, and with the greater magics and mummification, they are kept as servants. They are still under the curse of wandering. You wouldn't know what a reborn is.
That word is not known to me. I am, as far as I was understanding, for a number of years. I do not know how long I was afflicted by the curse of wandering, of one of the anointed in Amonkhet, and then I awoke.
How long ago was that?
That I awoke. 5 days, 4 or 5 days.
No. When did you die?
I do not know. This was
What's the
before.
last thing you do remember? What were the trials like when you fell?
The gods would oversee us. Bantu, Hazaret.
Which gods? Was the scarab there? Was it before the locusts came and destroyed your Hekma, ruined your city, and cast your people into the wandering deserts to die?
What? Cast my people into the wandering deserts.
Oh, so before all that, then.
I never even got them. The God Pharaoh was just a thing of anticipation when I died.
Oh, interesting. How did you get here?
She's gonna look to her companions then. Like, what's the vibe y'all are giving off as this is happening? Do you think? Do we say?
If you want to.
I'm cool with what you want to say.
Okay. Zahratra is going to look from her companions back to Oko, and she's going to say, "That is when a spark ignited within me, and I found myself here."
A spark.
That is how it was explained to me.
The dead can't walk the plains.
Yet here I am.
Give me a persuasion check, Zahratra. What you're saying is unbelievable. Against the laws of the multiverse, like this cosmology. This doesn't work. This doesn't exist like this.
Can I assist?
How would you like to assist? And what would you like to assist in? Are you trying to convey the truth?
Assist with whatever Zahratra is trying to do. I'll pat her on the shoulder and cast guidance and say, well, the name Reborn doesn't sound too dead to me.
Give me the roll, Zahratra, and Kenshin. If you're trying to hide this guidance, again, magic is very blatant in this world. I'll need a sleight of hand roll.
Sure.
That is a 19.
Natural 20, but 23 total.
Cool. You wave your fingers. You cast guidance. Zahratra, you may. I believe it's a D4, correct?
Yes, a D4. You can roll a D4 additional.
It's an additional 2, so 21.
Oh, that's so curious. You shouldn't exist. A reborn, a corpse, sparked with life and with a planeswalker spark to boot. Someone gave something to you. You're not normal.
I mean, that I had already been aware of not being normal. None of this makes sense to me. But you said somebody gave me something.
He moves the dagger back into its sheath on his bandolier. Places his hand on your shoulder. Zahratra, it's tender, it's soft. Says, I can't speak to everything you've experienced. But I'm a planeswalker myself, and not like you, but you stick with me, we'll get you sorted. Alright? Call it a professional courtesy.
Okay.
What about you? Where are you from? What's your specialty?
No, I'm not special at all. I'm just a wandering swordsman trying to get a hold of whatever these are called. What they call them? Thunder something. Thunder poppers.
It says thunder rifle, thunder pistol, but
Thunder pistols. Yeah.
they don't have firearms where you're from.
I mean, nothing like this, but you know.
Yeah. From a place that's similar. How did you get here?
Well, I guess maybe that's something special. I don't think I could die, really. That's yeah. I tried to kill myself and it didn't work. So
You found yourself here.
these kind of folk help me along.
And you,
Yeah, we're kind of all in the same boat.
you're all planeswalkers.
Yep. When the Emerald Lord took my face, I came here.
Well, that's something special. Really, truly something incredible. 3 of you at once. All 3 of you right at once, the same time, the same moment. And all of you here. How did you get past prosperity? How did you get past the beacon?
Don't know. We kind of woke up in the desert.
That's why I was thrown in jail.
Correct. We were grabbed from the desert, brought to prosperity, and then thrown in jail. And then we escaped.
Incredible.
The vampire lady from the Hellspurs is dead.
Oh,
if you wanted to
Frankie?
know that. Yep.
I've been trying to kill her for some time. Who did it?
She tried.
Yeah.
Head vampire guy in Prosperity.
Baron Greywater. Bertram Greywater.
Yeah, that guy.
What a bastard.
They tried to pass us off for something that we were not, and when he found out that we were, well, planeswalkers, he killed Frankie.
Well, I tell you, this is quite the story. Truly something. Absolutely incredible. And you just kneeled to Rakdos first thing. You didn't try to fight him. You guys are so fresh, so new. You have no idea what power you can hold. You could wipe the fucking floor with Rakdos. Did you know that? Tore him limb from limb, sent him right back into the mana vault that he should have been in.
Inside check.
Go ahead and give me an insight check.
Same.
Go ahead.
Zahratra believes him.
21.
18.
18. With the 21 and 18, he believes it. This is something, he has a lot of confidence in Planeswalker's abilities. And from what Kenshin and Zahratra know about what Qztyl said about him and his reputation, how he toppled kingdoms and played with the geopolitics of a whole plane. Yeah, of course he believes this. He's an experienced planeswalker. He's got some miles under his belt. You're fresh, though. You'll require some training, some experience before you can do what he does. But he really does believe it. The proper guidance, maybe you could believe it too. He looks at all of you
I would
and
love to
says,
learn.
"Oh, we're gonna get to that." So not spies from Bertram. Fresh, new planeswalkers. Yeah, brand new. No taint from the Vanguard yet. Just free agents. God, that's beautiful.
I assume that is out of the ordinary.
Oh yeah.
Who's the Vanguard?
Some stuffy organization, some multiplanar government trying to keep things all in line. Take away freedoms from people like you and me.
The Baron was speaking about the Vanguard a little bit before he arrested us.
Oh, of course he was. He's terrified. Him and everyone else on this fucking rock. Nobody wants them here. That's one thing that we all agree on. All the gangs and all the citizens, all the free peoples of Thunder Junction. Keep those motherfuckers off this plane. So you meet a Vanguard member, you kill them. You do your best, you do your utmost. You don't think you can kill them, you do whatever you can. You wound them, you take them, you capture them, you do anything you can. You gut them. Because those people will do worse to you.
If there is one thing that being raised on Amonkhet has taught me is to kill first.
That's the spirit.
Why would the Vanguard want to be here?
There were ever people that are free, walk and roam. They want control. The man at the helm, you see, used to be about freedom. Used to be about keeping the freedoms of people at their utmost. Not anymore, though. It's become a tool of bureaucracy and government, extending his reach, planting his bases and his towers across the multiverse to instill strict doctrine and order across what he thinks is a chaotic multiverse. Sort of a multiversal police force mixed with a government, blended with a guild, blended with whatever else you can fucking think of that's meant to keep people in line.
It sounds like he fancies himself a god.
Oh, he did at one point. But now he's alone. Now he's all alone. That's a dangerous thing for a man like him to be. But also dangerous for us, because that means he's reaching paranoid. But I've got plans for the good captain. That's not for you to concern yourselves with just yet. We have to test your abilities. Let's see what you're made of. And then we can talk about a continued partnership. How does that sound?
Partnership.
Oh, yeah.
I like
Now, you see,
partnership.
this is a gang, and make no mistake, I'm its leader, but we all have a voice here. Freedom is important, you see? This is what we're fighting for.
Freedom is an aspect that I am still learning for myself. But it is something that I would like to grasp.
So we're not Rakdos' thralls.
I'm sure he'll see it differently. So long as you stick with me, you're free men and women, or whatever else you choose to identify in the moment. He looks to you, Elosai. There's no limiters, so long as you're here. You're gonna be just fine. There's a lot to learn, there's a lot to do. Now, we all have a united goal, of course. The only thing I ask is loyalty. Some modicum of understanding that what we're going to provide for you is security, safety, a place to rest your head. We are the downtrodden. We are the outcasts. We are the stepped on. Society's rejects. Now, gathered everyone here, because I have something I'm after. Something I think it will help all of us. You choose to make yourselves useful and help me get that, all the more credit to you. You want to stay and just rest your head? That's perfectly fine as well. We all earn our keep here. So you'll catch your own food. Once you're taught, provide your own way. What you do with your lives from there, that's up to you.
Understood? Is to the point.
Yeah.
I've got something in mind. Let me sort out the details, but Rustwood's kind of a failed mining town. They left all the buildings behind when they picked up and left this place. Pick anything you'd like. Claim it, it's yours. Find yourselves a home inside the mining village, or the mining town. I'll come to you. Let me sort out some details and we'll get back to you. Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
Sounds perfectly good to me.
Now, I hope you don't misunderstand what I'm about to ask of you next. But I like your story. I like it a lot. But it's that inclination toward your story that's going to lead me to be a little more suspicious of you all. No offense. It's a great story. So I am going to ask Tiny Bones here to keep an eye on you. Just to make sure that there's no funny business. Like I said, I take the protection of my people very seriously. So, Tiny Bones will stay with you all for the time being. Is that alright with you, Tiny Bones? Tiny Bones kind of tips his hat.
He has already made
Make
himself
yourself at
welcome in
home.
our group.
Excellent. Feel free to make yourselves at home. I'm gonna get some plans worked out. I foresee a prosperous future for all of you here. Coco, shoo.
Yeah.
He has,
Shuffle away.
likewise. Do we want to head outside?
Yes.
Yeah, Zahratra will go ahead and lead us on out into the into Rustwood proper. I guess as we leave the threshold, Zahratra will turn to her companions and say, "That was a lot to take in. How are you both feeling?"
Honestly, pretty good.
What you mean, pretty good?
Essentially, we can learn about how to control our spark better from him.
We do have an opportunity, that is true.
Well, as long as we play it smart, I think we'll be good. Are we alone?
As you guys walk outside, yeah, you guys are alone. You can see Rakdos and Umezawa in the distance, not having an argument, but sort of... Rakdos looks annoyed, possibly at least not paying attention. And as you guys walk out, he glances his eyes over to you with his arms crossed, and kind of just narrows his eyes. Doesn't say anything, makes no other inclination that he's going to follow or keep an eye on you. He turns his attention back to Umezawa and kind of rolls his eyes. For right now, you guys are alone. You guys are walking into Rustwood proper. It's a failed mining town. As such, there are dilapidated homes and dilapidated buildings. You can see some are decorated in the styles of the people that you had met. Issa and Geralt seem to have just chosen two separate homes and decorated in necromantic fashion, we'll say. There are skeletons, there are pipes and wires in Geralt's home. Rakdos doesn't seem to have a sort of a home or a sort of cabin in this area. But Toshiro Umezawa has chosen his home and has cleaned it up a bit. You can see there's paint and sort of graffiti along the side that lead into a decorative sort of cultural expression of his home, as well as some previous organization he was part of. Looks like it was called the Reckoners.
Just be careful. He has a spark of chaos about him. And I told Qztyl this before, wherever they went. But working with yokai never ends well for anybody.
I am of the opinion to always be a little cautious when it comes to people like this in any sort of fashion. Really, you never know one's true intentions until we actually get time to know them. I would say we should stick together. I think.
Yeah.
I think finding a place. Well, I'm sure we could find a place for each and every one of us individually. Having a group home where we can consolidate and meet is probably a good idea.
I think so.
Storyteller. Is there any building that looks abandoned that could house 4 people at the minimum?
Of course.
Hell yeah. Can we find our basilisks to bring them over?
You may certainly try. They are currently being tended to by Gisa.
Does she look like she's treating them as they're supposed to be?
Yeah, she doesn't seem like she's like, doting on them or anything like that. But she's tied them to a post essentially, and is now heading inside. You can see Kellen is stepping out with some what looks like feed for them.
Oh, okay, good.
So if you guys would like to go to get your Basilisks, Kellen is currently giving them some feed.
I'm actually inclined to leave it with them with Kellen for now, because he seems to know what he's doing.
What do you think, Kenshin?
I mean, it depends on what our goal is here.
I mean, right now we really don't have... Well, we have choice, but we don't have a lot of options. If we want to learn what we more of our own capabilities, at the same time, I fear of getting too far of where Qztyl vanished from. Granted, they appeared to us in a place where they hadn't before, but I cannot remember when they first appeared, so...
Couldn't tell
I
you.
want to make sure that they are able to find us again.
I'm pretty
Do
sure.
you
they
not
will.
know? Was I the one that remembered last time?
Yeah, you was. You and me were.
Yes,
Do you?
I believe you all told me that I was the only one that did not remember.
Well, fair enough. Let's talk about that over in our new home.
Yeah, let's find a place.
It's easy enough to pick something out. As I said, this is home shopping in this region is going to be a little more have a little more forgiving tastes, as everything is dilapidated. The wood is a little bit rotten.
I want a saloon.
Difficult to find, as the saloon has already been occupied by as a central meeting place, where it's where you just came from.
Then I'll make a sign that says the better saloon.
Understood. You find a place that can hold all of you up. It's a little bit run down, obviously. On a windier night, you'll have some issues with the wind creaking through the wooden boards, but it's not terrible. It'll do. Now you are alone, except for Tiny Bones, who is sort of inspecting the area, looking up at the walls and corners, just hands on his hips, inspecting.
I would say that Zahratra is also kind of inspecting, having been, doing some construction herself, maybe of a little different degrees. As she was growing up, she's trying to, just assess any damage that needs to be repaired, potentially.
It'll take time. This is certainly a fixer-upper.
This will do.
Is there a kitchen in this one?
As much as a kitchen could be in a dilapidated, forgotten and forsaken Wild West home.
There's probably a room that could be a kitchen.
I mean, it might be better to just build a little fire pit.
We would need to make a chimney if we're doing it indoors. But then we could also do it outdoors, though that probably would not be very wise.
Outdoors is fine. I can cook. But I would need ingredients and go looking for, food.
I'm more worried about attracting an unwanted attention. Unless we actually plan to stay part of this gang permanently.
That's what we need to talk about. We got plenty of
Fair.
options. So, I myself, I don't trust those that deal with demons and devils. So,
I
I'm
trust
gonna
you
let
That's
it
guys.
also fair.
slide.
So my trust and my loyalty lie with you. You are my crop. What I was saying to him, to Oko back there, most of it was just me saying things like Rakdos said we should.
Yeah.
Um,
Wow, I wouldn't leave me as your moral compass, I'll be honest.
Well, we're all kind of in a situation together, so moral compass is less is kind of not an option right now. Though
It's always an option.
fair. Though
It's just if you're willing to deal with the
So-
consequences.
very well said. We should probably eat and rest and see what the next day brings, because we have been through quite a lot.
yeah, fair.
I don't think we've had that. Correct me if I'm wrong. We really haven't had, like, ever since like Rakdos like grabbed
Man.
us. We haven't really
And
had like a
Elosai
proper
give us
rest.
a good
You guys
berry.
You guys had breakfast at the start of this day,
Yeah.
and I believe good berries were passed out, if I'm not mistaken. And I'll remind you all, the length of time that has passed has been like 3 days. You guys got here, traveled, spent a night in the brig, at the clink, as it was called. Traveled some more, spent the night in the desert. And then you guys are on your third day, essentially. It's winding down into your third day. You guys have been
Wow,
together for
y'all are
3 days.
liars.
Oh my
4 or
God.
5 days? Jeez.
Man, it feels like we've been together for months.
I wouldn't go that far.
Like,
I don't trust you.
Our sense of time is ass. But
thought it
in
has
any
been like a-
case,
But,
But
Oh.
I don't need as much rest as you all do, so I can spend some time while you guys are recouping, doing some minor repairs to our new home.
I mean, do we feel fatigued? Is the day coming to an end? Where's
is
the sun at?
starting to come to an end, yes.
Mhm.
It's a it's cresting into sort of sundown at this point. Not it's that sort of western sunset you see in all the movies. Sky is painted reds and oranges.
Well, look, I'm gonna say this to you all. Don't share. But since one of our crop is part of a group that most don't like, my goals are going to align with theirs. So, I'm probably going to go to the saloon, see what information I could get, have a nightcap, and if they come back, spill whatever I have to them.
ooh, see if you can get a recipe we could use with good berries.
Good berry recipe. You ever made like a wine with good berry?
They don't last that long.
Jeez, okay. Huh.
You could probably make a juice.
Yeah, probably. I'm gonna look over at the kitchen. I'm not sure if there's anything I could use to juice, but I can try.
You have hands, do you not?
Yes. I
I can
do.
assist. I can assist as necessary, but I would like to make some fortifications to our new home, so that it does not blow over in a good wind.
Well, while I'm
Fair.
out, I'll gather whatever supplies I can get as well. Random boards and nails to bring back.
Sounds good to me.
I'm gonna start making good berry juice.
How long does Goodberry last?
If the berries lose their potency if they have not been consumed within 24 hours casting the spell.
Understood.
It doesn't say they disappear. They just says they lose their potency. So,
It sounds like they just rot faster.
Maybe they could gain a different type of potency.
hey, let's go. Good berry booze. Let's go.
I mean, if you can get some grain alcohol from the saloon, you can just mix it with the juice.
While I'm not proficient in brewer's tools, I am proficient in cook's utensils. So,
Nice.
So, as Kenshin, you're gonna go gather up supplies and such. As you're making your way to leave, Tiny Bones blocks your exit. Hands on his on the pommels of his pistols. What do
I
you do?
get in a stance like I'm about to pull my pistol. Are we having a quick draw?
He looks to all of you, holds up 3.
stay together.
Points at you, Elosai.
I make this sign for thank you.
That sounds really inefficient.
He shrugs.
Don't you want like a coffin or something to lay in?
Points toward his eyes and then points towards you. As you had previously heard, he's supposed to keep an eye on you guys for Oko. Splitting up is going to make that very difficult for him.
Okay. Oh, how about this? I mind link with him.
You tell Mind Link.
I can speak telepathically to any creature that I can see within 40 feet. We don't have to, it's only, But anyway, you don't need to share a language with the creature for it to understand, but the creature must be able to understand at least one language. As an action, when you're speaking to a creature, you can give the creature the ability to speak telepathically back for the next hour, which I would do. So we can stay in communication. You ain't got eyes, but at least you can talk to me.
But he needs to be within 40 feet of you, correct?
We don't need to disclose that.
Okay, that's entirely fair. All right, perfect. All right. So you speak to him in his head.
Yeah.
What do you say to him? You explain to him that you'll keep mental connection with him?
Yeah. So with this, I don't know if you can see that my mouth isn't moving, but we can stay in touch. I can speak to you, you can speak to me. It's not eyes, but at least we have words.
Were you always able to do this sort of telepathic communication?
Yeah.
So why have I been struggling with sign language and grunting and pointing? Explain to me why you didn't do this earlier to make my life a little bit easier.
I mean, I was learning sign language, so that was beneficial.
That's all well and good. I can teach you sign language, but this is a bit more conducive to our communication. Even at the very least, lessons can be given a lot easier like this, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, one-on-one lessons, they can't hear me, so...
Well, fuck them!
What do you...
This is so much simpler and so much easier than... Point is, having you all split up is going to be very difficult for me to keep eyes on all of you. Even if you were to wander off and keep communications, how am I to know that you're doing what you say you're doing and you're not just lying to keep your own skin covered?
It's an abandoned town. What else would I be doing?
sabotaging.
Cast detect
Sort of.
thoughts.
So you cast detect thoughts. This is an interesting interesting bit. So, Kenshin, with mind link, this is a telepathic communication, correct? It explicitly states that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I can speak telepathically. Yeah.
Detect thoughts isn't going to allow you to listen entirely in on this LSI. This is a two-way link. You're gonna pick up obviously the surface thoughts from Tiny Bones immediately, from which you gather irritation, and then you can choose to press further.
I can catch both people's surface thoughts, but
Oh, right, because it's a radius thing, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Would you like to press further?
Not really. I was Elosai was mostly just curious, as if because they were just staring at each other for a very long time.
What are
I was making gestures like.
Yes. So, what are your surface thoughts, Kenshin?
Really just the words that I'm speaking.
Fair enough. Easy enough. Tiny Bone's surface thoughts are concern, a little bit of irritation. Yeah, that's the sum of his surface thoughts, is concern and irritation, and sort of trying to make sure he doesn't get in trouble is his biggest concern as far as surface thoughts go, Elosai.
You okay there, little buddy?
Points to Elosai and looks to you, Kenshin, and says, "Tell him I'm fine. It's just I'm trying to keep in the good graces of Oko, because he's given quite a lot, and I want to make sure that we're going to. I'd like to be a part of the final heist. I don't want to be left behind. I have a lot riding on this, you see."
Tiny Bone says, to don't question me and keep your mouth closed.
That's not what I said at all. Why are you? What, this is exactly why I want to keep you in sight, because you can't quite be trusted with your words. You see,
it kind of feels like that he didn't say that at all.
I don't want to speak to him.
Zahratra surface thoughts, or she's amused.
We're learning sign language. I mean, y'all can speak like.
I would like to learn sign language so that I may communicate.
I'll teach them all sign language later, but this is, again, I would like to keep you all together. Yes, I understand it. I understand your concern that it's not quite efficient in what you'd all like to accomplish all at once, but I'll teach them all sign language, but I need you all to stay together, because, again, I'd like to be a part of the final heist. I don't want to be left behind. Are you listening? You look like your eyes are glazing over. Are you going to relay the information?
Kenshin, what is the cute little one? What is going on? Is the cute little skeleton not letting you leave?
It wants me to stay in this holy house.
No, you don't have to stay. But if you're going to all together leave,
doesn't want us to fix up the house.
Why are you? What is happening right now?
Said that we need to stick together.
What if you took
apart their say so? So
quite literally, the only thing that was.
Like, I can detect your thoughts right now. Why are you lying?
Yeah, I mean,
are you just messing with Tiny Bones?
That's intrusive, I would say. Please remove your thoughts from my thoughts. I would appreciate it.
Well, you're the one broadcasting. I'm just a receiver.
I'm the one broadcasting.
I believe we are getting a little off the point. We should be a little more focused on this. Tiny Bones, can you not give a piece of yourself to Kenshin, and would that not let you technically be close to them still?
Let her know that yes, I could, but I wouldn't. I'd have to split my skull to keep an eye on you, and I can't do that without significantly decreasing. Absolutely not. We'll go ahead and avoid that the time being. Thank you. I'll tell you what.
Basically, if we want to leave, we all have to go, or we all have to stay.
Thank you. That is quite literally the only thing that needed to be conveyed.
Yeah, he controls us. This is our prison, and he's the warden. So,
If you'd like to think of it that way, I suppose that's not a terribly off-mark decision, yes.
So then, obviously, because I do not want to make things difficult for our new companion here, we could just do a little group shopping really quick. That way, we have more hands to gather supplies and
Also,
then come
what
back.
does she mean by group shopping? This is a dilapidated mining town. There's nothing to shop for.
you said we could mine.
What?
Well, I mean, is that not gathering? That's more what I was getting at. I was trying to use that capitalist colloquialism or whatever it is that you.
To be honest, I want to drink some more. And we need to hunt for food. You see how like this is just inefficient.
I need to eat.
You know what? How about this? All right. Takes his head off and then tosses it towards you, Kenshin.
Oh,
I hand a cup of good berry juice to Kenshin.
thank you.
And you see his body pulls out the pistols and aims them at Elosai and Zahratra. Fingers aren't on the trigger.
Okay, that's not really necessary. Do you want me to put you at a table? We could play a game.
How about this? Let them know that I'm going to go with you to keep track. You're leaving.
I put them in my pocket and walk out.
This is simply unacceptable. You don't understand. I have a lot riding on this. You might not care, but I certainly do. As you leave, Zahratra,
Have fun.
Elosai, the pistols don't move. Whether you guys move or not in this space, they do not move. They keep it's like he's frozen a little bit.
Is he just frozen like right in front of the door? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm
worry
gonna
about him.
close the door and make sure Tiny Bones is inside, so that nobody just does.
What happens if we touch
uses-
him?
Nothing. He's not frozen. He's just locked in place. Like he could move his body if he wishes, but this is the last place he saw you to, and this is where he's going to stay. Maybe to cover his own ass. Who knows? Who knows what the logic is behind this?
That's what I mean. Like, if we touch him, are his arms just gonna like?
They don't move. He just kind of like shrugs away.
Gotcha. All right. Well, if that's the case, at least until Kenshin comes back with potentially more supplies, Zahratra would like to use like whatever is on hand to try to like fix up some of the place.
good berry juice.
Sure. It is not gonna have as much of an effect on me, but I appreciate it anyways. It is the
Just
undead
wondering
aspect.
So
Fair.
you all, Kenshin, you head back over to the saloon. You are gathering up more supplies and such. Zahratra, Elosai, you are making repairs to what you can. With that, I think it's an excellent time to jump into our break. We will see you all very, very soon. See you in a bit.
Long have you been my warden? Did you think you could stop all of my plans? I know you can feel yourself fading, growing weaker as my contingency unfolds. Brother, don't you see? In the end, we are nothing alike. I know you have assembled your own consortium against me. So, brother, when you fall, just as the shattered gate watch before you. This eternal vanguard and the entire multiverse will contest with my ignited.
Welcome back. We hope you enjoyed our intermission and our programming and all of our schedule. We hope that you found something that you might be interested in looking at later. But for now, we're back. We want your attention. So, we last left our heroes splitting up a little bit. Kenshin, you went off to gather more supplies. You also spoke that you said you wanted to speak with Umezawa.
Yeah.
You find him on the porch of his home now, having had time pass and such. He's on his own, just watching, just on his porch, watching the world go.
Well, I'll pull up to him and approach. Is he like on the steps or on the porch itself?
On the porch itself, there's a sort of turned over box, this sort of crate that he's turned over to turn into a seat. He's seated, legs spread out and elbows onto his knees, so he's just kind of like watching everything. He sees you come up, doesn't speak anything.
I'll take Tiny Bone's head out and place it on the banister on the yeah, is that what it's called? The little banister, I think.
Like the top of the gate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, again, I'll leave this part in. Zahratra Umezawa. I keep forgetting I keep mixing up the names of all the Umezawa clan. This is Zahratra Umezawa.
Zahratra. But yeah, I'll place Tiny Bone's head on the thing, just to let him know he's here. But yeah, how's everything going?
Just waiting for the next steps. How are you liking Rustwood?
It's run down.
Most things in Thunder Junction are. Whether you see it or not, it's all run down. It's all rotting.
Why are you here?
You're gonna have to elaborate, friend.
Maybe this is bad, but there's something familiar about you, and I don't really get why you're working with Oni and yokais.
I've learned to expand my palette of who I'm willing to tolerate. Oko came to me for my specialty, for my expertise.
And what's that?
Killing. Crime. Leading a band of chaotic individuals. Keeping people in line.
You know what this this test that he's about to give us, you know what it might be?
something to move to the end goal. Whatever he's gonna have you do, it's gonna tie into the final heist, the big one.
And what's
So
that?
That's the big mystery. No one knows what's in the vault that he's after. Untold riches, some say. Others say it's knowledge. Others say it's a world-ending spell. No one really knows, though.
You sure he's looking for it?
Couldn't care less. All that I care about is that I get my peace. When it's all said and done. Whatever's in the vault, a portion of it is mine.
And what if you don't get to use that?
Then I'll cut him down. And he'll die on this barren world. This forgotten place that not even the Vanguard knows about. He'll die. His story coming to a close. On some fucking desert wasteland.
Well, you sound like a badass. Hopefully you are one.
You seem familiar as well. I don't know why. Maybe it's the two cultures. The planes mixed together. I'm not a planeswalker. I don't travel like everyone else, like Oko does, or anyone else who gets their hands on a rig. No, I'm usually home. So I don't know, maybe the culture of your world is just similar, but you seem familiar.
Is this place of yours riddled with warlords vying for power, crossing their allies and cutting down innocents?
They like to pretend it's not. But yeah. That about covers it. And my group, my reckoners. Some of the most feared gang, all have come and go. They like to pretend that even with the Emperor missing, there's this modicum of propriety, this tie to our ancestry, this link to our past. They like to pretend that the honor is still there, that it all still exists.
Just another way to feel superior.
He nods. As if they're not covered in blood like we are. I see you. Recognize the look of a man without a lord. You know what I call that? A free man. Unburdened. Unchained. Unstoppable.
If the one I serve still live, I will still serve him to this day. Freedom means nothing when the world is in chaos and your loved ones are cut down. And you can't do nothing to stop it.
You'll learn.
It's the same people with those ideals that cut him down.
How are those people doing on your world? Those people prospering? People that cut down your lord?
Most likely.
They always do. That's the thing. Warrior. Once you stop pretending that there's propriety, that there's some sort of code, it all makes more sense. The world is always in chaos. It's always a cluster of energies and blades and blood and murder, violence without reason. It's always in chaos. You're just getting a taste of it now.
You know where I could get some wood?
Look around. Take what you can.
Is that Reckoner's? Is that like a plaque or something? Is that made out of wood?
He's got it painted. You can see this sort of it's a strange art style. It's similar to your own, but it's more colorful. Just vibrant, sort of neon-esque colors. Splashed. It says Hyozen Reckoners. It's cast off to the side. It's not really like emblazoned or as a masthead for his home, but it's something he wrote and painted out and then set off to the side, maybe to remember, maybe to just cling to. But it's on the side of his porch. It's not nailed down or anything like that.
Can I pick it up and just like look at it?
By all means.
You know, if I was one of them people with no honor. I'll put the sign back down where it was. And walk off. Going to get some other wood. Leaving Little Bones' head on the banister.
You do this. As you do this, I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, it was cursed? No! I do have advantage on wisdom saving throw.
Don't leave Tiny Bones.
15 plus 3. 15, 16, 18 total.
18 total. Doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt. So you begin to walk away, looking for pieces of wood. And as you do this, you can hear Tiny Bones, having still the mind link in your head, begin to call out to you, asking you not to be forgotten or left behind.
Stop it, I'm trying to make a cool exit.
but his voice is drowned out. As you walk, you dream, or you remember. A city floating in the sky, high above what looks like a swamp. You see as your vision is cast lower, this sort of group, they look like humans, rat folk, and Oni, these ogres alike. You hear them drowning out Tiny Bones' voice. We are free, bound only to each other. My life is yours. Yours is mine. Harm one, harm all. The survivors must avenge. Whatever is taken from the Hyozen recovers tenfold. And it fades.
Did I get a splinter or something?
No splinter.
The fuck was that?
You gather
Okay.
your wood, Kenshin. You have a question?
No, I'm gonna think about that.
You do this. Zahratra, Elosai, you construct what you can. Kenshin returns with some wood and arm. Without Tiny Bones' skull.
What is our little friend?
Oh, I think he's talking to Umizawa.
Well, if he needs to be picked up later, I can. I do not mind going to grab him.
Yeah, I don't. He doesn't have legs.
I don't need as much sleep as you, so I can go grab him once we are finished here.
I'm I'm going to walk over to Tiny Bones' body, and I'm gonna sort of draw letters on the shoulder, asking if he needs to let us know when he wants his skull picked up.
Sure, you do this. There's no,
Do bones have nerve endings?
But he felt
this
you
is-
touch his shoulder.
There's no nerve endings, but this would, You can also just go to, Umazawa's home and just like, we forgot this, if you so choose.
Yeah, I kind of want to do that.
Sure. You go there. Satoru is no longer outside. As the sun begins to set, he's gone and retreated inside. The skull is still there. Brow furrowed, and as you approach, his eyes go wide. No communication, though, Elosai, but you grab the skull.
I asked, what's the... Oh, you can't show me. Sorry. I'll bring you over to the rest of your bones.
Do this.
And again, really sorry for leaving you there. Well, for my friend leaving you there.
There's no reply. But yeah, you guys regather. in your guys' chosen home. You make repairs. What else? Is there anything that you guys would like to discuss as you guys are doing this?
I reset Tiny Bones' head onto his body.
He is not pleased. Kenshin, he goes up, he holsters the weapons and goes up and sort of punches you in the leg a few times.
Did I look like a badass though? That was a badass.
Well, it looks like that we have gotten as much repairs as done as we can for the moment. Is there anything else that needs done?
No. Unless y'all want to find, I don't know, Rakdos or have a nightcap. It's up to y'all.
What is a nightcap?
Just a drink, to get the body ready for
Oh, I
sleep.
thought you meant the mushroom.
What? Do you have mushrooms?
All the mushrooms I had disintegrated when I planeswalked here.
I could use a drink if we want to get one.
I could pour it from my stash, or we could go back to the saloon. It's up to you all.
Why don't we do it
I'm
here?
good with-
Have a little. What was it Elosai?
I'm good to do it here. I don't want to get Tiny Bones in any more trouble.
We're staying together.
Yeah.
Would you like to teach us sign language while we partake?
Tiny
She's
Bones
looking at Tiny
nods.
Would you like me to connect with you for easier translation?
He nods.
I'm not sure what that means.
That means yes.
Are you sure?
Oh, is this a joke?
This is a joke.
I'll mind
I see.
link with him to to assist.
And he begins to teach you sign language as you guys have your nightcap. As you all begin to wind down for the evening. It's interesting. You'll need to sort of light a lantern or candles if you so choose, which can be found in this, again, sort of dilapidated home. Spare candles and oil is something else entirely, but it's starting a fire here or providing making a light source is something that can be done. As the sun begins to set, and as you are learning from Tiny Bones, you hear shuffling, you hear movement on your porch, and the sound of boots walking up to your door.
Is there a window by the door?
Oh yes. Broken. But yes.
Zahratra would like to kind of slink, move from where they were learning and kind of slink up to where the window is, her ears having perked up and done like that almost cat-like thing of going to the direction where the sound is coming from. Just gonna peek out the window.
There he is, high cheekbones, pale skin, pointed ears, ink black hair. Oko is darkening your door. As he begins to reach for the handle, he seems to hesitate, and then choose to knock instead.
Izoko. Are we ready?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Zahratra will open the door. Good evening.
Good evening. How are you finding our quaint little town?
Good so far. We've made some repairs to our new home here. It is
Good berry
adequate.
juice?
I'm quite all right, thank you. I can see that the repairs are something else entirely. Very nice.
It is not up to the standards that I would have had to myself on Amonkhet, but Functional is the word I think I'm looking for.
Well, all the same, it looks quite nice. I've come with news. I have your task.
Please share.
Tomorrow there is a train leaving from Prosperity. It's leaving quite early in the morning. It's gathering up supplies, making its drop-offs. Should be devoid of passengers, but it's traveling from Prosperity all through Hard Bristle, this sort of settlement of cactus folk. Have you met them yet?
No.
I do not believe so, no.
Incredibly pleasant people. I really enjoy their company. It's going through Hard Bristle and even through Ironstone. It's dropping off supplies, making its way through. It's going to be even picking up some things from Thief's Folly, this graveyard for prospectors, but who knows what's there for. The point is, it is going to be littered with supplies. I need you to take something from it for me.
What is it you need?
On the third car, there's going to be an asset, we'll say. I need it taken alive. I need it taken discreetly if possible. If not, then I need everyone... I need them to link it back to another gang. So I'm going to be providing you with some sort of disguises. In case you're caught, in case you're seen.
What about Frankie's gang? What is
Frankie's
left of it?
gang is gone. No more. No, we need something a little more high profile. Something a little more, well known. News of Frankie is probably already spread. He was kind of a shit.
Are we kidnapping somebody?
No, of course not. We're, liberating a creature. Now, this creature is pretty dangerous. So I think, gonna have you supervised with, Kellen. He'll be accompanying you and using some, the more high-profile items that I've acquired over the years. Be able to get your creature and help you out. But this is largely a test for you all. He's going to be reporting back to me on your expertise and how well you work together as a team. See if maybe we can make use of you on our final movement.
What is this creature that we are liberating?
Oh, that's not terribly important.
If
Everything-
it's dangerous, I believe it is.
Well, it's dangerous, but at the same time, in the same vein, it's not yours to concern yourself with. There's methods already in place coming from Prosperity. They were using it for whatever purposes they were using it for, and as such, it should be contained quite well, especially if it's traveling aboard other supplies. Wouldn't be an issue for you.
So
You don't even
just
need to
want
open the
free.
cell. Don't even know. That's the thing. Kellen is going to provide an alternate means of transport for it.
Okay.
We need you to get him there. Take whatever else you can. Everything else you can in terms of coin, gold, thunder pistols, thunder rifles, anything else you'd like to take up is yours for the taking. But again, discretion is kind of the name of the game here. And if they do see you, you really need to sell that you're part of this other gang. Does that make sense?
Do you have any pictures of any members of that gang?
Unfortunately, no. Don't really stop and pose for any drawings or anything like that.
I have an idea. She says as she looks towards her companions with a little bit of like a morbid expression. One that you can kind of tell she's a little hesitant to say this, but it would get this. We could pretend to be one of the slick shots. We've seen them. You've seen them, Elosai.
True.
And theirs is a pretty easy color scheme to mark up. Reds and
And
blues.
their methods.
Or you just pretend to be part of the train crew.
Well, that's the thing. They're gonna know that it's missing, this creature that we're after. So they're going to make assumptions, and we're making kind of a name for ourselves. Whole point of this is to redirect where Prosperity and the Silver Deputies might redirect their ire. We don't want them aiming at us. We're getting very close to our big one, so we want to make sure that their eyes are elsewhere. So being a part of the train crew, under normal circumstances, yes, that would make a lot more sense, but they're going to know it's a gang that's after this, and if they're going to make assumptions that it is us, we want them to think that it's somebody else.
Thinking tactfully, train crew is one thing, but feasibly, could it be an inside job? Could we make it appear to look like an inside job? Somebody trying to get the one up on the Baron?
I like your train of thought. I'll tell you what. I'm going to give you a little more leeway with this. Your, mission parameters, let's call them. Retrieve the creature. Make sure no one identifies you as part of Okos. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Everything else from there. Everything else from there in terms of how you want to go in, how you want to deal with this. The slick shots are known for their flashy nature. So if you want to go in guns blazing, shooting, raising up hell, by all means. If you want to go in a little more discreet, a little more tactful, by all means, do what you need to do. But if you're seen, you need to sell that you're part of another gang. That's the only thing I ask. However you get this creature out of there, entirely up to you. Kill who you need to kill, spare who you would like to spare. Kellen is a little more, more inclined to spare individuals. Wants to make sure that no one really gets hurt. So if you're going to go in guns blazing, he's going to be a harder sell. I'll be honest with you.
Death should be a necessity, not a... As in, like, it should only be done in cases of necessity. So... What were you going to say, Elosai?
I would prefer we go covert. Use a scapegoat uniform in case we get seen.
Is there any items that the Baron's crew tends to wear that would identify them as one of the Barons?
Well, I mean, you saw them all, the silver deputies and everything. It's all whites and silvers and hoity-toity coloration and keeping everything clean and spick and span.
Can you get us a set?
Short notice, but I can see what I can do.
If you can get us a set, then we can... Not to take over, but this is just... and feel free to interject. She's looking to her companions whenever, but like... This train? You say, what is train again? It is transport.
Oh well, that's where we've got the schematics for you. That's where we've got some more intel for you. Actually, he pulls out from one of the pouches on his waist several pictures, images, and sort of looks like a diagram of some sort of the train itself. These pictures of this train and what the breakdown and makeup of it is. You can see that there are going to be 4 cars. He explains that the third car is going to be where they're holding the creature. Now, where they're going to hold it, front, back, middle, uncertain. But he explains it's pretty large. And they're transporting said creature out of range of all of the other settlements. As he said, it's pretty dangerous. It's essentially trying to let loose the problem elsewhere.
All right, so free the creature and
No.
Yeah.
I want to make very clear again. Not free. Contain. Retrieve. Letting it free is going to be a whole other problem in and of itself. We don't want that.
Our job is to escort your
are you sure?
son.
Quite sure. Now, unfortunately, as I said, it's making stops all throughout of Thunder Junction. The best time to do this is going to be obviously when you're furthest away from all the other settlements. So right before they're going to stop and let the creature loose. Now, the whole reason we're not waiting to the very end is because then everything stops, then everything just comes to a close, and all eyes are on that car, on that creature. We want to get you right in the middle of its transport.
You said it was stopping at the graveyard for a pickup of sorts.
Pick up, drop off, we're not entirely sure. We don't have all the intel on that. I'm imagining a drop off
Do you have a map
of Thunder Junction.
of the route? Yes.
Yeah, something like that could be provided for you.
Well, I'm just more trying to find the, because if we are my thinking, if we are to stealthily infiltrate the train, we would do it at a point where it is stopped, where they are expecting people to be going in and out of the train, and then we blend in as if we're moving stuff in. So if the graveyard, if that's on the way, it sounds like it would be the easiest place to infiltrate.
Well, I'll leave it all up to you. Are there any questions before I take my leave? I have other things I need to prepare for, you see, and I need to get Kellen up to speed as well. Matter of fact, I'll send Kellen over this way so you can plan with him as well. That seems to make the most sense. Any questions for me before I go grab him?
Want a shot?
None.
Under normal circumstances, I would say absolutely. But the things I have to take care of are going to require a bit more of a keen mind. But thank you. It's very much appreciated.
Interesting.
Well, if there are no questions, then I'll leave you to it. Begin your plans. Again, retrieve the creature. Extraction. It's all we ask. And if you're seen, you're not part of us. Part of Free Striders, or the Slick Shots, or the Outcasters, whoever you want to pose as. Excellent.
Understood.
All right.
I'll see
Is
you all in
Ti-
the morning.
Tiny Bones coming with us too?
Well, that's really up to all of you. Did you find him beneficial? Tiny Bones? What about you?
Zahratra.
Sort of nods and looks at all of you.
Zahratra will try to sign.
Shrugs. You try to sign.
Would
What do you
like
try to
come with
sign?
us? Would you like to come with us?
Kenshin, having established this connection, he says, I suppose it would be beneficial to keep an eye on you all and make sure that you're not going to muck this up.
He said he will tag along to make sure we don't muck this up.
Very well.
Go looks excellent. Well, then, your group of 3 has become 5. I'll go retrieve Kellen so you guys can plan. See you all in the morning.
That
All
works.
right.
He leaves you all to it. This diagram and these pictures of this train car. You have a moment to yourselves.
Tiny Bones. She's going to say this at the same time. She's going to speak at the same time as trying to sign what she's saying. I am curious. Do you remember of another member of our posse, our group, with us? Qztyl.
Shakes his head.
Interesting. That is 2 people who do not remember them now.
I mean, you used to not remember, right?
The initial interaction, yes, but it's just something to note. I was curious since Tiny Bones has had ample interaction with them as well. What do you all think about this situation? I would love your input.
I believe we should go with the mission as we're going to plan it. We need to.
Well, there's multiple plans that we have talked about.
Yeah.
I have put forth the stealth option, but there's also the flashy way, which we could just go in on Basilisks and jump the train. That is an option as well.
We could also do that stealthily, because most people aren't going to look out on the train, out of the train from inside.
I'm going to be real, Gilbert. Okay, looking at these schematics, he left the schematics with us, right? Do I understand anything of what I'm looking at?
For you?
Yeah.
I mean,
Or,
it's
can
kind
I
of self-explanatory. So what you're looking at, essentially, and for the viewers at home, is a train. It's a rail that's built across the desert. There are it looks like a train. There are several cars, and then rather than having it be propelled forward via like steam engine or coal or anything like that, it looks like it's arcane means. In the center of these train cars are these large spiked wheels that touch the ground and cut through the center of that rail and move it along, much like a wheel, on the ground of the desert itself. So rather than propelling forward through an engine of steam or coal, it's these large wheels that each car has that is propelling it forward through arcane means or through mystical means.
Does it look like it's built on a ley line?
That's difficult to tell. Pictures would not determine that.
I see. Some of this technology is still new to me. I do not completely understand everything, but I'm worried about. Does it look like there's like armaments at all? Like, are there any like defenses that are displayed on this potentially?
From what you can tell, no.
With us sneaking aboard at one of the stops, we could easily or attempt to blend in with those going in and out with the supplies for the train. But if we were to ride up onto it while it's in motion, I worry that we could be spotted more easily and then assessed as a threat more easily. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So if we want to do this stealthily, I believe it will be more difficult if we rode up on them like that. However, it is possible. I just want to make the risks known.
And so is to not leave our viewers in the dark. While you guys continue this discussion, I'll flash us over to our Roll20 screen so that you guys can see, so that all you at home can see what we're looking at as well. Because I recognize that this is a little bit difficult to comprehend, a little bit outside of the norm for what would be considered a train. So please continue your discussion. I'll rock through this transition screen.
And if I'm reading these schematics correctly, like the trains are elevated at quite a bit, so we would need some way to. I could jump that distance, but there is a risk there.
I'd say we just go to the graveyard like you originally suggested and make our play from there. Personally.
That works for me too.
If anything goes wrong, we'll become the Basilisk once more and ride.
Could give us a little bit of infamy.
Yeah.
That being said, if Oko cannot provide us with the means to disguise ourselves as one of the Baron's crew, then potentially we may need to isolate 3 or 4 of the crew that come out, and and take their garb.
You want to kill him?
It is. I mean, we don't have to, but it is the quickest way to ensure that they do not speak. They do not out us.
Yeah.
Again, I recognize that death as a concept is different for me, and I'm still getting used to that.
Yeah, they stay dead. But yeah, I mean, I agree. If he can't get us uniforms, then we could either just sneak on or take some uniforms, or yeah.
Elosai, with your transformations, can you do clothes as well, or is it just your physical body?
Just my physical body. Though I imagine at some point I could find clothes that can change with me. But that's not something I have.
With your capability of disguising yourself as one of the people that you have met physically, that also changes your voice too, that I've heard. Yes.
Yep.
Would you be comfortable, because if any of us spoke, we would potentially be outed instantly. Would you be comfortable leading the team in that sense? Once we are there.
I'm comfortable with that. Yeah.
Perfect.
On our journey, DM, has there been many folk that look like our Khenra friend?
No. None thus far.
Okay.
No, yeah, she's gonna be the most difficult to fucking disguise.
I will say this as well. If Qztyl were to phase back in, not a whole lot of people look like Qztyl either.
I assume now a whole lot of people wield blades like I do either.
So far, all you've seen is Zahratra, who has a similar garb and style.
I'll be honest, I feel like this whole distracting, keeping identity away from Oko thing is probably not going to ride like his. There's just too many different things that kind of points us to that direction, you know?
There
Perhaps,
is a knock
but we can...
at your door once more.
She'll say, before getting up, Zahratra will say, perhaps, but we can keep it going for as long as we can, and then improvise as we go. Improvisation is key in tactics. And she's going to stand up.
You make the plan. You make the plan. You execute the plan. Expect the plan to fall off the rails. Throw away the plan.
That is an interesting way to look at it, but correct. And she'll open the door.
There stands Kellen. He is still clad in the white and reds that he wears. He's got his hat on, the half-elven sort of ears, where it's that sort of dulled point. It stands a bit awkwardly in your doorway. He says, good evening. I'm supposed to accompany you in tomorrow's heist, I guess you could call it. I guess you would call it. That's probably the right term for it, right?
The man of the hour himself is here, yes. Come on in.
Man of the hour. Sure. I see that you've taken to Restwood pretty well.
It is quaint. It is not as up to my own standards, but it is functional.
Yeah. Yeah. Hi, everyone. We met earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good to meet you.
The boss's kid comes to babysit.
Yeah, see, I didn't want it to come off that way. I didn't want to have any sort of favoritism rumors or anything like that.
Is that the thing?
Heard he gave you some toys.
Well, a couple things, but I've gathered them mostly on my own in trying to find him.
Interesting. So, we are supposed to get you to this creature in this train.
Yes.
Number 3.
Yes. He explained that you guys are kind of new to the junction as well. You know that the third car is numbered sort of left, right. You know what I mean? Like, that's not... Does that make sense? What? So, like, he points at the schematics, and the side view of it is just 1, 2, 3, 4 in a row, right? Bird's eye view.
2 cars?
Yeah, because it's divided by the wheel, and so I don't know if he explained that it's kind of sort of numbered left to right. So the front that's divided in 2 halves is 1 and 2. The third one would be the second set of cars. Yeah, exactly. So it'll be the one on the left forward. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does, but that does not make sense in a tech. It is what it is.
Well, yeah, no, it's a little, it's a bit complex, but
so we're about the engine. We're not talking about the engine. That's not a car.
There's not really an engine, from what I understand. It's all, each individual car is linked up through I think that it's a sort of thunder, but the thunder magics that links them, and they all have their own sort of propulsion, so that if one of them goes down, the others carry the weight. Does that make sense? It's not terribly important, but what is important is that, you know, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so on and so forth. And they're relatively isolated, except for, you know, the left and right halves are relatively isolated, except for, you know, where the blades don't meet. So if it's in motion, I think that the best time would be while it's in motion, because that's when everything's sort of cut off by the moving wheels, these blades. And it's really only the left half that we'll have to deal with if they decide to call for, like, reinforcements or anything like that.
We
I'm
still have to
sorry.
get on the
Alright.
train.
Does that make sense? Is that...
So we infiltrate the train and then wait for it to be in motion before we make our move.
I'm interested to see what you guys have come up with for this so far.
She's gonna look to her companions first for, like, almost like permission to speak, unless you guys have
Go
anything you
ahead.
want to say first. Well, the idea that we had come up with because of our changeling friend here, she's gonna point to Elosai, is we Oko is going to try to procure us some of the Baron's garb, or a little bit of close enough approximation of the Baron's group's attire, and then we go to a point to where the train is stopped, waiting for the pickup of some sort, the graveyard being one of those, and then we infiltrate like we are part of the crew and blend in, and then go from there. That is at least the easiest way that I can see.
It's not a bad plan. What I will say is this, though, that we can't. When you say the Baron's garb, are you talking about, like, the Sterling Company themselves, the people that are, like, people in Prosperity, the gang, or do you mean, like, the train workers? What do you mean by the Baron's garb?
The Baron's men, the gang, correct. So we can make it look like it's an inside job if they catch us.
See, that's where things already start to kind of fall apart. The Sterling Company keeps a very dedicated roster and keeps a very tight knit on these jobs. Right now, they're providing if the Sterling companies themselves are providing security for this, which I imagine they will be because it's coming from Prosperity itself. They'll make you immediately from just from the lack of like the detail of who you guys are, unless you're willing to, unless you have a means to take somebody out and then disguise yourselves as them, then it's not really.
She's gonna look to Elosai. Would you like to show a friend here?
I'm going to change to look like one of the people. The person, one of the first people that we saw that had the silver garb when we were escaping.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the one person that was about to get his ass kicked. And I'm just gonna change into that person.
Well, Kellen kind of looks and nods and says, "Well, that's all well and good. That's not bad. Could you all have the ability to do that, or because I can't do that? So I'm essentially a weak link if that's the plan for infiltration."
Well, the hope is that they wouldn't look at us too closely at that point, seeing somebody on point with us, looking like them.
No
and again,
offense,
improvisation.
You kind of stick out.
That is true enough. I could, well, we could have. Well, you, Kellen, are good enough to be disguised too. Same with Kenshin. Perhaps you guys could do that, and I sneak on from under the train. This is the only thing I can think of. I do not have another way to disguise myself, unless the player looks at their character sheet really quick and says, "I don't think so."
Well,
I could misty step onto the train if I see through the window.
Risky, yeah. You'd have to do it in a split second. It's really just. I mean, what I was thinking was a little less discreet, but we'd have to be in disguise right off of the rip. I guess I don't have any means for disguising myself. It's a little messy, but we'd have to just board the train while it's in motion, and then go from there.
All right.
Okay. Are there tools for scaling it? Getting it up there? It looks rather large.
Well,
Those
yeah.
look elevated.
Yes, it is elevated. We have I have the means to get us up there. It's just a matter of speed, I suppose. It's really just it's grappling. Essentially, it's grappling hooks. In its base form, it's grappling hooks.
Okay. It's not too comforting, but all right.
Is there any way she's gonna look at the schematics again to see if there's like what sort of like ingress there is from the outside into the train proper? Like, are there hatches? Are there other doors that are easily opened while in motion from outside?
Yeah, there's sort of like spaces where people could step out onto like this awning or sort of balcony, have a smoke if they needed to.
I can teleport on top of the train, so I can catch grappling hooks in case they miss, so I
Cool.
can actually set them in place.
I can also misty step onto the balcony.
How far is your the range for these spells, if you don't mind me asking? I'm unfamiliar. Out of character, I believe Misty Step is 30 feet.
There it is.
Twilight Step. Twilight Step is 30 feet as well.
That might be a bit of a problem. It's going to be a little higher than 30 feet, so we might...
Oh.
Yeah.
How tall is the train? Looking at the schematics.
The railways... the railways themselves are about 60 feet off the ground. Really... Yeah, about 60 feet off the ground for the most part. And then, obviously, from that, there's the slight elevation from the train itself, so it's 65, 70 feet.
How fast do the gears turn? The whole thought process was, if we get under it on times to stop, we could just chill by the gears, and when it starts to roll in.
Oh, wait for it to start. Wait for it to start going. And since trains usually have like a slow startup, we could ride up the gear.
That's not a bad plan. It's not a bad plan. Then you
So
would
we
just stay
met-
out of sight until
Then we
you reach your
marry-
destination.
We marry the plans. So we find the train at the graveyard, and instead of infiltrating directly, we hide. And then we wait for the train to start up. We grab onto the gear, secure ourselves, let it bring us up, and then there we go.
Yeah, that's not a bad one. That's not a bad start. We would need to ride out to one of its stops. If you're all right with that.
Yeah.
Oko said
that
that he
make
was
one-
going to get us a map. Do you have a map on you at all?
Oh yeah.
Thunder
No, I've
Junction?
got the map, and he pulls out the map for Thunder Junction, and it's sort of the train route itself.
Okay, where are we from here?
You're marked. It's not terribly far. The first, obviously the first settlement that's closest to you would be Saddlebrush. From there, a bit further would be Prosperity. Further from that, there's other locations that you have not visited yet on this map. Fool's Folly being one of them. Mystic Falls.
The graveyard. How far is? Which stop does that look like to be? It is on the map.
Fairly late. So it's leaving Prosperity, and then it's going to be probably one of the later stops.
Do we have a guarantee that the creature is going to still be there by the time they get to the graveyard?
Oh no, it's guaranteed. They're trying to take this thing. I don't know why he was being so cagey about it, if I'm being honest. Have you ever heard of what a gold vein hydra? Have you ever heard of those?
I've heard
Rachel
of
does-
Hydra.
Rachel doesn't think Zahratra has heard of a gold vein hydra before, but I could be wrong.
You have no idea. You know what a
I-
hydra
I've
is?
I've heard of
What is
A gold
what is
vein?
this?
Well, it's a hydra, and they call it a gold vein because it tends to linger in like gold mines and where it's rich in like the gold veins and such. They captured it whenever they were, mining, and the train car itself is likely filled with what the creature considers to be its property. It's a bit
Oh, to keep it
draconic.
docile?
Yeah, it's a bit draconic in that nature. So they're transporting it and sort of just dumping it out, and it's kind of fucked up sort of relocation, honestly, so that they can mine continuously without having to deal with it.
If you don't mind me asking, because it's important for us to know as well. Do you know what Oko's plans are for this creature?
I couldn't tell you. I'm imagining maybe a distraction for the big one, big heist. when it's
Pretty good distraction.
oh yeah, no, it's whenever it's outside of its home, outside of its environment, and without its sort of what I think it's considering its comfort area, it's pretty hostile. And when people come into, these gold mines and start to take things that it thinks like I said, it's kind of draconic in that way, where it is claimed its territory, claimed its stuff, it gets pretty hostile. So what if he's going to use it for the heist as a distraction, he's probably just going to unleash it and use it as a big distraction so that we can get in and get out.
Let me get this straight. Your father knew this, right?
Knew what? Knew about the Hydra?
And his tendencies. So when he told us take as much gold as we could get, that Hydra would be aiming
That
for
was
us.
my concern as well.
Did he tell you to take as much gold as you could get?
Yes, he did.
Told us to
He
take
told us to take whatever we wished from that.
Yeah.
Coin, gold.
I'm not sure he meant... I'm sure that there's an explanation for that.
I'm pretty positive he said the word gold.
I feel like there's an explanation for that. Maybe like he meant like the rest of the train car. Maybe he meant like the rest of the train itself. Whatever. That's kind of how these jobs go, is you take what you can, and the ultimate goal of the asset is really what's under the gang's purview. Everything else is kind of up for grabs. I don't think he meant to,
He didn't.
I would like to insight check. While Zahratra does not understand the wealth of gold, she does understand ambition, and I would like to see if Helen understands or believes that his father wouldn't set us up. You know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
16 plus 3, 19.
What you can gather is Kellen is faltering here. He doesn't seem to really know his father that well. And judging from just the context clues of the previous conversation, he just found his dad recently. And maybe is trying to see the good in him, but, he doesn't think, maybe he doesn't want to think that his dad would set you guys up like that. But to his credit, Oko didn't explicitly say take all the gold you can. I want to make that very clear, out of character.
No,
he said take whatever you would like. And to
There's still the implication.
the loot is yours essentially, so long as you guys get this creature. And he made point to say that it couldn't be unleashed. Whatever you guys want to gather from that, that's entirely up to you. But out of character, he wasn't explicitly like, yeah, take all the gold. But as far as Kellen and this insight check go, he doesn't really know his dad that well. Maybe he doesn't want to believe that he would do that to you all. Maybe he wants to see the good in his father.
I don't buy it.
I see in you, Kellen, a real importance on family. When you speak about this,
Well,
it shows on your face.
It's just a matter of, I think maybe things got mixed. He's also trying to balance a lot of things. He's in a meeting right now, from what I understand, trying to get some more information on this whole thing. And the last heist, the big one, is, as he calls it. So he's trying to do a lot. So I'm imagining that's why he's turned this over to me, is to keep an eye on everything, make sure things go smooth. I think, if I'm being honest, it's as much as a test for me as it is for all of you, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah, to be honest, it would be kind of a funny joke.
And who am I to scoff at ambition? I understand it well. That being said, we should be cautious then, looking to our companions. We should
Just
also
don't take any of the gold.
What is your method of transporting the creature within the cage?
Oh, that's a sort of capsule. It's a how do I describe this? You said you're from Amonkhet, right? That's
Correct.
what Oko said. Well, I guess I could just... He reaches in and holds out this iron flask. This small metal decanter. This,
Interesting.
yeah, I'm gonna have to get up close and personal, but pretty close to the creature anyway. So I mean, even if the gold's a huge issue, if that's a contention point, once it's in this sort of capsule thing, then everything's up for grabs. Then his words ring true.
You said I would understand what this is when I see it.
It's a flask. Out of character, it's a flask. It's a little metal flask.
So you just point the flask at the creature, and the creature gets.
Yeah, kind of. You just open it and. Pretty much it.
Would the cage go with it, or is it just the creature?
Just the creature.
Can
That's why I said you can just pick up whatever you want after the fact.
Interesting. No, I was going to suggest giving it a bit of gold of its own treasure to keep with it, to keep it calm. But
Well, I don't imagine he's going to want it calm if he's going to use it as a distraction.
At least not in the moment. Is there a chance that it can escape from confinement in that thing?
No, it's a pretty hefty piece of magic here.
It sounds good to me. Then yes.
We should discuss disguises still, though. I mean, even if you stick out, the gang's colors should still be displayed. I know that I don't think that anyone's gonna really buy that. I don't think that anyone's gonna buy that. Outcasters are going to be, robbing a train. But I think that our best bet likely would be Hellspurs if we can get our hands on some of the accoutrement of Hellspurs.
Aren't the Hellspurs Frankie's gang?
It was yeah.
They're kind of all dead.
Oh no.
Only a portion of it.
Only a portion. Yeah, Frankie's little offshoot, little posse, is a part of the Hellspurs. They're all dead. The Hellspurs themselves are alive and well, kind of incarnation.
Well, part of the thing, we could mix and match. Do you think that would work? As in, make it look like adding layers to the disguise. So make it look like an inside job that's being I don't know. I don't think any one of us is going to be captured, but wearing aspects that could link us to the Baron as well as the Hellspurs.
Well,
add confusion to the enemy.
I don't know that anyone's gonna buy that it's an inside job for the Sterling Company. If I'm being honest, they pay them pretty well, and they.
You don't think anybody has ambition that would drive them away from the Baron? He does not seem like a very likable person.
It's not a matter of ambition at that point. It's a matter of why would anyone from the Sterling Company take a gold vein Hydra? I can't think of a logical reason as to why that would happen.
I'll be honest. If we're mixing and matching, the first thing I would investigate is which colors aren't shown. So
That's true.
That is true as well. I'm still new to some of this.
Well, like I
Hellspurs
said,
it is.
I think the Hellspurs, I could see maybe the Free Striders, if they're trying to free the creature. They're more of a... They believe in freedom in all its forms. So the Free Striders I could see trying to liberate the creature. The Hellspurs just causing chaos. But we need to... If the Hellspurs are robbing the train, then they need to be chaotic. They need to take as much as they can, hurt as many people as possible. I don't think it's necessary.
Can we disable the train car somehow?
Yeah, we could break the rail itself.
I mean, is destruction part of the Hellspurs MO?
Oh yeah, No, that's absolutely, yeah. If it's all right with you, if we're going to, disable the train itself, I just ask that we try to mitigate the loss of life. That's all.
Death should be out of necessity, not out of desire. If my understanding of what death actually is outside of Amonkhet.
There's also the slick shots. They're more ostentatious, and their whole MO is strictly just crime. If the slick shots were robbing this, then they would take whatever they could of value.
There's actually Zahratra is not saying anything for a second, but anybody looking at her would notice an actual wince at the mention of the slick shot. She mentioned them herself, and there was already hesitation when she mentioned them before. And she's just gonna say, the slick shots would be good, yes, but at the same time, that is one amongst them that I would not like to see hurt, at the very least. And if this is to bring undue heat upon them, then I would rather it not go towards that person.
Right. Well, we don't have to do the slick shots either. We can. Hellspurs or Free Striders. I think the Free Striders, again, if they're trying to let loose and free this creature, that's the least destructive and the most sort of
Hellspurs it is.
I think the Free Striders are probably our best bet.
I was gonna say the Free Striders as well.
But
It is up to you guys. You guys you know these. I would say, Kellen, that whichever disguise that we take should be up to you. You know them a lot better than we do.
Look, folks, if we're gonna put danger onto other people, then I say we put danger onto the people who deserve it. Free Striders don't sound as bad as Hellspurs, but that's just my thought.
I mean, that you're not wrong. The Free Striders are more kind of vigilantes, honestly. They just do what they believe is right, regardless of what the law says.
What was that bear, Doc Orlock?
Oh, you met
Warlock?
Doc Warlock.
He's the
Yeah.
reason I'm still here. I'm pretty sure he's a Free Strider.
You would be right. Yeah, he's they're nomadic. They ride where the wind takes them. They like to tell people.
And he is the one that helped you, Kenshin.
So I won't be. If we do go, I won't be riding Free Striders colors, I guess.
Hellspurs it is. That seems like to be the only way that's going to work for everybody.
Hellspurs it is. All right, we'll leave. We'll get things prepped first light. We'll leave and we'll get everything squared away whenever we're at our meeting point. Does that sound good to everybody?
That
Yeah.
works for me.
All right. I'm very much looking forward to working with you all. We'll talk more in the morning. It's more important right now that we get a good night's rest, and then whenever we write out, we can discuss what everyone's specialty is and what everyone specializes in. That way we can continue. Does that make sense, right?
Yeah, that
it
makes
does.
sense to me.
Cool.
Now there's one last thing that I would like to say to you, Kellen, and she's going to kind of reach a clawed hand up and kind of squeeze at his shoulder a little bit. Family is important. Finding family is good, but remember that not all people can be good as well. Be cautious. Ambition is a frightening thing at times when left out in the wild.
Yeah. I don't know what to do with that right now. Thank you though. I'm gonna get some rest. I will try to sleep with that ringing in my head. Thank you for that. Good night.
Good night.
Sleep well.
Kellen departs. And you all...
I really want to put a nugget of gold in Oko's pocket.
You want to sabotage? You want to sabotage this?
No. But the idea of a prank is really appealing to me right now.
I'll be honest, just between us, I don't trust Oko.
I do not trust Oko either.
You
He
should.
wouldn't tell us, what this creature was and its habits. Undoubtedly, we would have taken its gold. And if they released that creature,
It would come for us eventually.
yeah. If it says that we have any of what it belongs to, at the very least, we're just meat shields for Oko. So
During, if I'm to be a little anecdotal for a minute, during my trial of ambition, it is not unheard of for the crop to turn on each other, to show their oomph, their desire for what they want to obtain. It is encouraged to be cutthroat. I recognize when that happens, and with the information that Oko was giving us, from what we also learned with Kellen, we must be cautious. There is something more happening, and I do not trust Oko.
with how strong he says planeswalkers are, I'm sure he wouldn't want 3 more to challenge what he got going on.
There is also something for cutting loose ends. We are new. We are expendable.
That's true.
You're all quite suspicious people. Did you know that? You're not like the trusting sort. Kenshin, Tiny One speaks to you in your mind.
Would you trust that?
It just seems like, you've just met him and you've just met Kellen, and I'm not sure whether,
Kellen seems like a good person.
Kellen could also be lying to you, though.
He could.
Do I hear Kenshin saying that, or is that all in your head?
It's in my head, telepathically. But I'm doing,
Well,
Y'all are staring at each other again.
it just seems like I'm not sure where the distrust and the trust. And either way, should I take first watch, or am I under suspicion as well?
Tiny Bone said he's taking watch, so we could get a good night's sleep for the mission tomorrow.
I will put my trust in you, Tiny Bones. That being said, I also do not need as much sleep. I am undead. Reborn now. Apparently, I'm still coming to terms with that.
I'll wake her next. I want to be very clear.
He said, "Don't worry about it."
I'd like to
rest, or you just.
I don't need much rest, but I would like some rest.
Okay, whatever you need to do until Kellen comes, and we leave. Take your time.
Why are you the way that you are?
He's ever vigilant.
How very brave of you, Tiny Bones.
With that, we'll close this session of the Ignited. When we see our heroes again, they will be committing great crimes. And we'll see how that goes. Thank you all for joining us. Train heist. Thank you all for joining us, and thank you all for playing. We'll see you guys next time. Same place. Same criminals. See you then.